A little bit grayer info. How you doing?
My name's Hashy, and I am the star of the show. When Tiggs isn't here. When Tiggs is here, he's obviously the star. And we all know the other guy. He's also the star. Then there's my wife, the superstar. And my mom. And her parents. And there's others too. I got a buddy named Andy. Dusty, Freddie, Pat, Greg, Jeffy, all kinds of buddies. There's always going to be a bunch I can't or don't say their names, and then we got Callie 7, yeah, Lena Music, obviously Trey Landing. We always have new buddies coming in, guys and gals. I don't discriminate. I actually would rather the ladies. No offense, dudes. There's a whack of cool dudes out there. You're not included in the rather. I mean, of course, I'd still rather, but you're still tied with them. But I'd rather them. You get me? You, of course, you get me. Got great toes and stuff. I mean, come on. Next topic is going to be I and I. I and I. You are me and I am you. I and I. But it follows the line of love thy neighbor. Thy. I and I. Follows that line. Love thy neighbor. I and I. I'm your neighbor. I'm a neighbor. You know what I mean? You're a neighbor and you've got neighbors, you know? So it's because we don't talk like this, it seems sort of like a foreign thought. It's hard to grasp. I trust me, when I say it, I get it, but I got it a couple days ago perfectly, you know? It hasn't sunk in yet. I and I, the true, the real, you have to feel it. Sometimes the way the world bears down on us, we have weight on our shoulders, on our chest, on our spirit, on our soul. So I don't care for this guy because now I have to watch too, because I and I, right? You guys will get this, but it's gonna be hard to explain. He was a school teacher. If you go back and check out Trudeau video of him on CBC on YouTube, type in school teacher Trudeau interview, and he's in like flick flocks, and his button-up shirt is it's a Hawaiian shirt and it's half undone. He's wearing bracelets with beads on them, you know, like it's a normal outfit for a dude in Hawaii on vacation, but this is the way this guy lived in Ontario, right? And then there's also an interview of his brother on YouTube, and I'd really, really appreciate if you could all go see it. You know, something instantly that came to my mind was ties that bind. So Someone tied something to him to bind him to this unethical behavior. I can almost swear by it. I can't guarantee. Someone also put the thoughts in or gave him the avenue to do unethical. Whatever it was. I don't know maybe he's not, but there is a lot of, we don't know because we can't follow a money trail on, he's so powerful. He'd be like Trump and what this half of America says Trump did this, and this half of America says, oh no, Trump would never, so you have 180 175 million people here, and you got whatever it is, 180 or 175 million people here in disagreements down the middle, pretty close, whatever it is. Maybe it's not down the middle anymore. It's pretty close. I'm the last person to give you misinformation. Of course, at times I am going to make mistakes. It's not. I'm gonna solve more problems than I am gonna cause problems. I'm not here to hinder. I don't get paid to hinder. I don't get paid to misinform or conspiracy, but mistakes are made. News reporters all the time around the world have to say sorry on air for last week's story. Okay? Nothing in between, right? So he was a school teacher before he took office. Okay? You go look up what school teachers make he was a drama teacher, and I don't know the grade, but it does matter. And the school district, all those things. It's not to bother him or anything. It's to look it up to inform yourself about his wage, right? You can look it up because he was a public, I guess a school teacher, you can check their wages, okay? You can see the in and abouts range. You might not get his exact dollar amount, but you should be able to, because we, the taxpayers, pay the teachers' salaries. So we should know full well what every principal makes, vice principal, what every janitor makes. We should make it a fair wage, right? I think principals probably make a bit too much. I think they could pass some of the money to math teachers in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. They probably have it some of the hardest. You're teaching a difficult subject, whereas not that the principal doesn't have tasks, but there's no way they're on the level of the math teacher or the trigonometry or algebra or whatever it is. There's all sorts of science. You go science route. I know nothing about science. I know a little bit about everything, but it's not enough to call me a teacher of science. But I do know a lot more than some people, which doesn't say much for the rest, right? It's easy to say we've been dumbed down, and yes, it's a fact, but can you explain how? Can you explain how you chose to look the other way while everyone was was sort of made to look? They're like, hey, here, take this $50 and watch this, right? Take this gold bar and do this all day, right? So you have to look at it as though, and again, I gotta watch because there's people I love that, my mom worked and she's done working, right? She retired. I love her and respect her, but people, it's a big misunderstanding of why we're here, right? There's some people who make their kids vegan, right? They see the uncompassionate ways of you want to call it a society or something like that. I don't, right? I think it's a dumbed down way of life that we're forced into because people aren't looking the other way. There's a term that I say that I use. Something outside the box. I think outside the box, right? So if you take that term and you broaden it and you redefine it in a different way, we'll say that I don't look at that screen. I chose to walk a different path, then the box, you guys were kind of like led down think of a rectangle box with a long path. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going that way. What's at the end? I could just turn around, spin open this door, and go out that big door and check it out there. And that's what I did, right? So everybody had the opportunity to do something. I'm coming to the point where I'm almost halfway through my life, kind of nearly. Hopefully not. Hopefully I live forever. But we gotta have vitamins. Let's get our vitamins in us. Let's get our vitamins in us so we live forever. But then the impact that I've touched people's lives, right? I've changed people's way of thinking, and without me taking that door, I wouldn't have affected the young, the old, at a younger age. Right now, the old are really old because I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really get it. But it's a butterfly effect. Alright, we got a bunch of stuff down there. Garbage recycling, did kitty litter. What else did we do? I got a sweep, mop, and vacuum. Sweep, vacuum, and mop.
Why that order? Because you don't want the big stuff doesn't get picked up by the vacuum.
See, any big stuff means like a piece of cat food. So but I sweep anyway. I don't know why. It seems like, well, I'll tell you, it's free, and it gets rid of most of the dust and the debris that you can see, and then we let everything settle again, and then we vacuum up the remaining micro dust. And yeah, I have a cat, so it's the best thing. I'm probably a little bit allergic. My cat's super, yeah, you're a super clean cat, but he's still a cat. When I wash his paws, he doesn't mind any of this stuff. I can, as long as he doesn't go near the bathtub. Oh boy, he's a good boy. Get your treats, okay? Oh, sit down and eat your treats, buddy. You eat them all up. I love you guys very much, and I just want you to know there's a lot of people in this world that aren't as straight up as I am. And it doesn't matter, you can still make the same choices you're going to make. But with that knowledge, at least you know when you're watching someone, they're probably lying. They're probably lying. There's a lot of good people that watch this show, and together we make a difference. We are all gods. It couldn't be a more straight up statement. And it's not, oh, you're the one with horns, and I can fly, and you got laser beam eyes. You should think of it like this. You were gifted with the biggest heart imaginable, and mind. Use it, you know? Doesn't mean you have to go out and have a Ferrari. That's not what I said. The biggest heart and the strongest mind. Think of how you could utilize those things for good. You are a god. Tell me different. Yeah. We're getting all the dishes ready. Come and eat. Here. You got treats. You're gonna make Daddy throw this out? That's $2.
Sometimes there's certain things, like if he...
Go eat your treats.
There's just certain things. He's so fussy.
Tiggy Wiggy.
What you going to do? Huh? What you want?
Let me pick you up. Oh, big guy. And this morning I bonked him in the nose. Obviously, for sure, by accident. I love him dearly. While I was sleeping, eyes are closed. That wasn't hard, but for a little cat, I'm sure it didn't tickle. And I kind of brushed by, and all I felt was his little wet nose on my edge of my finger. I was trying to pet his head, but instead of petting his head, I like shoved my finger in his nose, like up, not in his nose, but like I brushed by his nose. Little wet nose, eh? Yeah, he was purring right away, but I still felt bad for him. I still feel bad. Sucks. But he's fine. He's never really had a problem. That I know of. I mean, he didn't. Sometimes I think he is invincible, really. Hey? Such a good boy. I love you, Tiggs. Can you get down? Mm-hmm. Yeah. His claws are so long now. I have to get the nail clippers out. I haven't clipped his nails for years. I maybe like, yes, like trim them. I don't clip them. I take like a tiny little edge off, but his nails are so they're hooks now. He's really old. He's young, but I don't know, how old are you, kid? 19 or 20, 21? I'm a really bad cat dad. There's no way to know because when I got Tiggs, when we got them, the two cats, they were underfed. So they weren't eating the right kind of food. It's not that now I'm feeding this guy really like pretty darn good food. Like it's wet food and he eats $40 bag of True Blue Performance or something. So it's whatever. Like the most expensive bag at the store. Except for like at the vet you can get like for this size probably goes up to like 50. So I'm getting him a $44, $45 bag right now. Hi. Yeah, you love this kind. You love this kind. What's your treats? I think he loves this mix though too. Like sometimes I can't even tell. All right. Let's go, kids. Good boy. Good boy. Eat him up. Now he'll switch to the wet food for a while and come back to that. It's a good mix he's got. Good boy, Tiggs. Eat it all up, okay? I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches and likes and shares. I love you all so much. You make it easy and fun to come on here and to do this, eh? I get the same 27 people liking every video, you know, nearly every single day. I get 27 likes from, you know, this group of people. They watch, you know, 5 videos each. Tell me about a lot of likes, you know? So, hi. Sometimes it's 37, 33, but it's like consistently the same group of people. And of course, there's hundreds and thousands of other people who drop likes daily, but you're watching 2, maybe 3 or 4 videos. They're watching 5 to 10 videos on some days. You know, 5 or 6 is the average probably, instead of 2 or 3. You know, it doesn't matter how many videos you watch. I'm just saying there are people out there who really, really love the show, and I'm watching, right? I'm paying attention. I can't see exactly who it is sometimes, but sometimes if I'm live and I see you in the chat, then I clearly know who you are, right? So if anybody ever, if you make a video on YouTube and you want, some sort of shout out, or you want me to check out your new video, you can always ask me in a comment section, and we'll see what we can do. I prefer it in the comment section, not on my live streams, but either way, it's still a comment section. I just, maybe like while I'm gaming, it's kind of not, you could be like, yo, hey Hash, how's it going? Drop a like, shared your video, and then be like, yo, also, could you check out my video I made? And now the thing is, you did it live, so I can't actually click on anything, right? If you leave a comment on one of my videos saying you just dropped a new video, what does that get you? It gets you probably what you're looking for, right? So there's a way to do stuff. Are you able to do it? I'm trying to help. I want to help people figure this out, right? And there's a way to do it. I don't do that, but I'm offering it up to you. I don't leave a comment on someone's page going, hey, I just dropped a new video. And I never go in anybody's live stream and say, hey, I just made a video. I've said, when they ask me, they're like, oh, you're a YouTuber? I'm like, yep. They're like, do you go live? And sometimes then I'll say, well, I'm live right now. I'm literally gaming, I'm in between a game. I'm on my other phone watching your live stream. You know what I mean? So I'm able to type right now. My match is loading. You know what I mean? So then, and that's not, so what I'm doing is I'm not leeching, right? I'm not sitting in someone else's chat promoting my channel, right? Of course, there's links. People let you post links in the chat and stuff so that they can pin it or something like that. I've asked for my link to be pinned by the host, and then maybe I'll go to their channel and watch 10 videos, or I'll stay in that live stream for 4 hours. Just because they pin my link, I'll watch their show for 4 hours and I'll comment. And ask a whack of people that have YouTube live streams if I don't go and conversate rather than making money on YouTube, because I love people, and if you're nice to me, I'll be extra good to you. Together we can make a big difference on YouTube. There's a lot of good people that want to make good quality, good content videos. I love watching videos of all sorts. Could be about growing, it could be about tomatoes. You could be chopping a pineapple and have a good technique that I have to watch this whole video. Comment, like, and share because you're such a boss. You know what I mean? Look at this dude's knife skills, bud. It's just, these are epic. Holy Leonardo's jealous, bud. So, I don't know. I want to make videos that people like, that people love, maybe some people hate. And these people would be evil, right? They're like, oh, this one is outing me, hey? But that's just how I am, And I mean outing, I mean like for the evil that you are, right? It has nothing to do with anything else. Me, more than anybody, I get that people want you to, they want to know about you, right? So if you go live and someone finds you attractive or something like that, some people go overboard with, how they come at you. For me personally, I'm the same way with all women. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a nice guy. I'm polite. I'm gentle, and I don't really expect anything. I'm not really there for. I'm just there to joke around. I don't have any ill will or no intentions of making you my 17th wife. I think you'd be my 29th wife. I've accepted at least 28 proposals. And I mean, there's nothing anyone could do about it. I just accept them. So you gotta accept it. I and I. I need 2 school buses to take my chicks out. That's what I'm talking about. I fly in the helicopter above. I keep my eye on them, eye in the sky. Me and Mrs. Hash, she flies the chopper. She won't let me fly it yet. Then one day he was shooting at some crude, and up from the ground came some bubbling crude. Oil that is. Black gold. Was it? And up from the ground came some bubbling crude. Oil that is. Black gold. I forget how that song goes. I used to sing that damn song. Man, I love Jethro. Jethro was a boss, yo. If you ever have kids, or if you do have kids, get your sons to watch, well, or maybe your daughters too, I don't know, whatever, but get your sons get your kids to watch, whatever I said there, the Beverly Hillbillies. And Alf. Alf is such a good show. It makes you compassionate. On YouTube, you can watch the last episode of Alf. I cried. I cried like 5 years ago, or 6 or 7 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago. No, it's more than that now. But I cried like 5 or 6 years ago on YouTube, man. Did I cry? You gotta make sure you watch Alf right, though. You gotta sit on your couch. You gotta get a bowl of ice going. When you get the ice, you get some in your lemon water, throw it in your glass, make sure it's all nice and chilled, kick back, and then just sip your lemon water. A couple gurgles here and there, and hey, I'll die. And then blast into some Alf. Watch like your favorite Alf episode that you can think of, and then watch one you haven't seen, and then go type it in. Do it, y'all. YouTube, search Alf final episode. ALF final episode. I love Alf so much. Oh man, do I love Alf. I think I'm super big time into Alf. Whatever happened to that chick from Alf? And then there was the other one too. There was some other show I just had in my head. I totally lost it. Some good TV shows there though. Yo-ho. So, I think we're gonna do this. For about a year, barely kept his family fed. Then one day he was shooting at some crude, and up from the ground came a bubbling. No, he was shooting at some critters, and up from the ground came a bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Probably should learn some new songs. We can do the, is it Andy Brothers or something? What was it called? The Traveling Wilburys? What was the name of that show? Andy Griffith Show. Andy Griffith Show is very good. It goes like this. The Andy Griffith Show. That's true. That's a thing. We're going to check that one out. So... Man, I don't know what's going on there. I wasn't even out of breath. I just, I miss-whistled. I miss-whistled there at the end. We'll try that again here. I might have been a little off kilter too, who knows. We'll see what's really going on here. Give me a second. Putting this here. One final. Or not. Not even concerned. Alright, so now pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stomping and the beat is jumping. Can you get it? Oh, did you hear that? Oh, yeah, get your feet on the dance floor tonight. I forget how they go. Oh, yeah. Come on. We'll get one of them going here. I'm actually almost done these different things for this. This is epic. We're gonna be doing really, really good today. Oh wow, it's, geez, you know, I almost feel like I knew what I was doing, except we're gonna need, oh, there was a time, this dude, that's really awesome. Okay, so if I was one of these and I was trying to make sure, if I'm gonna make sure, we're gonna use the, man, there's no way to do it. We can try it through the center. Yeah, no, it will fly through the center. So what we do is we place things first, okay? Placing things first allows for placement of other things after. Much easier. Why would you do it like that? What's the benefit? Don't we just need to do this? No. Silly guy. Oh, so we're just gonna do 2 for now? None of that's copacetic, bud. That is not. This is her right here. That is it. Man, there's a way to do things, eh? This is definitely not perfect. We're sure gonna try and make this perfect. We're gonna make it perfect. How's that? Oh, wow. What are the odds? What are the odds? Watch me, nay. Watch me dance. Watch me, nay. Watch me dance. Much better. Alright. So, we meet again. Daniel-san. Andy-san, we meet again. Ah, Asian Andy. I can't say it, well, I can say anything I want. But, you hear that? Asian Andy is he's a guy on YouTube. Oh man. That guy tried to bully me on YouTube. And then I said I was gonna come to California. Holy man, did that guy leave me alone real fast. I told Ice Poseidon too, I said I want to absolutely charity kickboxing match, you Asian Andy, and then this one guy, I think they're calling him Blade, and all he does is absolutely get obliterated with alcohol all day on YouTube, and gets super chats. And the first time I was on YouTube, they told me, I think I mentioned the word alcohol or something, and they struck my channel. And this is totally, they were bullying me, right? So and now there's no, it says my channel's never been struck, so they had to delete it because they're so, like everything I said that they were doing, they did, but they don't realize I have Polaroid pictures with the analytics, the emails.
And they're at a very, very safe place. No one related to me. And I have never made a phone call to them. So there'll be a time one day when I get all my money. But right now I'm just doing YouTube videos. But I don't like the way people treat other people through corporate acts. Corporate evil. There's a new sheriff in town. And he don't take no shit from no dirty evil corporations. Not one. That's me, I'm the sheriff. That's what I thought. I'll see you guys next time. As soon as I brought that up, we had like 77 people in the chat. You know? You can't make this up, guys. I'll see you guys next time.